Hey guys, this is Felix.
Hi, it's Alfred.
When it comes to sustainable living, there are four categories of human essentials. There's water supply, there's food supply, there's energy, and there's affordability. As one of our missions to raise awareness of environmental issues, we look into these four human essentials and discover that someone actually took sustainable living to a different level. If you want to know more what that is and who we're talking about, stay tuned in this video. Alfred, when it comes to sustainable living, what comes to your mind?
Use less water, use recyclable things, use less electricity.
Yeah. Right. So these are probably like a very normal answers for any of us living in a city. Just use a little bit less
Very
of
common,
everything.
yeah. Common
Right.
thing.
Just use a little bit of less everything. But in America, an architect named Mike Reynolds started this concept of Earthship in the 1970s that tackles all four of these categories, solving all four problems. This concept of living has been actually implemented by people all over the world in the past decades.
I see.
And in fact, there's a documentary in 2005 called Garbage Warrior that talks about this particular concept that Mike has created.
Okay.
Alfred, maybe help us understand what is Earthship.
Well, basically, Earthship is a very unique type of house, whereby based on the concept that if you want to use less energy, you need to have a great mass in your house. The conventional house that you have four walls, that's all.
Right.
But in this kind of Earthship, you need to have a big mass of earth surrounding the house.
Right.
So that's why you call it Earthship.
And I know that there's actually like 6 design principles that Mike has designed for this particular concept.
Yes. Yes.
How can you tell us what they are and how they relate to those 4 human essentials?
Okay, the 6 principles mainly concerns, the first one is about use all reused materials, say tiles. In fact, they use a lot of tiles. For the average Earthship, they are talking about using more than 1,000 pieces of tiles.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and some aluminum cans. Anything you think of, it is reusable. Say even wood. You can gather wood. Where they're scrapped from the garbage or whatever. So reusable things is one of the important criteria, principles. And then we're talking about the use of solar energy to provide heat and power.
Right.
So you have to use solar panels. As for today's technology, maybe in the future we can use some other things to replace solar energy. But right now it's the basic, to provide heat and power.
So it solved the electricity
problem. Okay. And then one important thing is about water. They have a rather sophisticated system to provide water by yourself so that you can collect rainwater, snow or whatever, come naturally and then store in the underground tank.
Yeah.
And these water are supposed to be recyclable. So say use the water after washing, they will channel to a filter system so that it can water your plants. So you don't need to water the plants separately.
Very cool. Yeah.
Okay, so according to his principle, each drop of water will be used 4 times.
Ooh.
And then one important criteria is about growing your own food inside the house.
Okay.
So they are all water by the recycled water, use natural sunlight. So some kind of a greenhouse combined into the house, and you grow your own food.
Yeah.
I think that's all basically about the principles of Earthship.
Yeah, so what Alfred has covered is just an overview of what Earthship's like. There's like so much concepts and there are so many There's actually very nice videos that we watch in YouTube that talks more about the details about the concept behind Earthship, why, and how exactly it works. So I've linked a few videos at the top. So if you click on the information button there, you can see some of these videos that would tell you what exactly Earthship is, and we won't cover this in depth. So after we know about the concept of Earthship, we were like, oh, that's really interesting, and we were thinking of doing some projects or finding a place that we can actually got to investigate and witness what an Earthship would look like. So we went to the city of Nanaimo to visit the owner of the first Earthship inspired home in the region of Nanaimo to get to know more about, okay, so what exactly Earthship is, and just to see like
how they build it.
How they build it, right?
Okay.
The owner of this Earthship inspired home, they have a goal of growing and supporting a community for natural building. And on top of that, other than the topic of sustainability or sustainable living, they also want to have some education purposes on the site. So they want to build some outdoor learning spaces. We talk about sustainability, natural building, food security, and other related topics. So we're really inspired by that kind of heart. And when you're obsessed with education, when you're obsessed with something, that just comes out from them. That's what we feel.
Well, I mean, you are so passionate on certain things you want to share.
Yes.
With your neighbor, with your friends or relative, and even overseas friends.
Yes.
Beating the internet, maybe.
We really resonate a lot with that because we have a very similar mission that we want to share these kind of knowledge to other people too. So we went there and we had a great lunch. They treat us lunch among all the volunteers together. It comes into our intention, it comes into really surprising attention that on top of the original purpose of us thinking about, oh, we want to know more about Earthship, we want to know more about sustainable living, one thing that we found is the sense of community that was built up from there. We talk so much about topics just around, not just the Earthship itself, we talk about like, why are we doing this? And we found, surprisingly, we shared very similar values.
Well, these volunteers come from different parts of the world. I think a couple come from Germany. Yeah, Germany, and I think
somewhere in Europe. In America, all over the place.
Yeah, all over the world. So in fact, we discovered that Earthship, in a sense, that have bring in a new connect to different parts of the world, and so people with the same concepts, same evocation, come together and share their different experiences.
Yes.
And why they come over to help. And I was told that usually they come in about 2-3 weeks at a minimum.
Yes.
To help out.
It's a big commitment.
Yeah.
For them to come here.
I mean, physically you have to be fit,
Physically fit, you have to put the time in.
Yeah.
We were surprised, like for a normal 9-to-5 job person, we would never imagine that we would just volunteer time to build something like that. You have to be really committed to it. I want to bring up that sense of community is not coming out just from Earthship, but how can this particular thing bring people together? And compared to what we have in the city in Vancouver, everybody lives in their own space with their apartment buildings. There's so much more high-rise coming up, and we all have our own space. Versus this Earthship, it's no longer a topic of sustainable living for a couple, but actually a community that brings people
kind of
from
spirit,
all over the world together in one space to talk about how can we make the world better.
Yeah, and share the common values. Everybody cares about,
Yes.
So, well, indeed, it's not easy to call upon people from different parts of the world to work a few weeks to even 2 months to make the whole thing a reality, So actually, we look forward to visit the place again when everything is ready,
At the end of this video, I really want to bring up a question back to you guys who are watching this video right now. Think about where you live right now and how are you living? Like, what's your living style? What can you do that you can help with the topic of sustainable living, as well as what is it that bring people together?
Yeah. Well, in olden days, and Cyrus' ancestor, being a farmer, they work, say, early in the morning and then take a rest after dinner, probably, in sunset.
Yeah.
What do? They sit together,
Mm.
chatting, chit chat, share the experience of the day, and listen to probably some problems from their neighbors and see if they can help solving it.
Yeah.
So that is what we are looking for. But nowadays, it's not that easy
It's not
to
that
have
easy.
that
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
setup now. So maybe Earthship is one of the ways to bound people again together.
Yes. Well, that's it for this video. If you like what we do to talk about social and environmental issues, make sure you subscribe to our channel and click the bell button so that you can get the notification when a new video comes out. And of course, share this video with your friends and family. And this is most important because they are the one who we could start bringing people together. And that's one of our missions to do that. So that's it for this video. We hope you enjoy this video and the beautiful background that we have. We'll see you on the next
Bye
one.
now. See you.
Bye.